Hello and welcome to In the Court of Wenton Knave. We've got some Northampton 98, Project 2. There's a lot of Project 2 for some reason. We've got more Project 2 than any other project. They played Japan and then they played the UK. Northampton, of course, for me, is a place in England. Or they're playing the UK. No, Northampton, Massachusetts. Okay, somewhere else, I don't know. To us in the UK that seems strange. I think this is the last show of the US tour. Remember, it's a world tour, a world club tour. So they're doing a world tour and it's clubs. You can imagine a fan telling a more casual fan that they went to see them and they're playing 21st Century Schizoid. Oh, must go and see them then if they've gone back to the good old days. You can imagine them going and hearing this stuff. What is this? And the stories of, the visible distaste on people's faces and people actually leaving in disgust. That's not epitaph. Which is brilliant. I like that. Yeah, that's good. It means they're moving on, etc, etc. I wish they'd have filmed some of it though. I don't think there's any footage. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think there's any footage of any Project 1 to 4, which is a real shame. I think the point is with Project 2, it's not as good as Project 3 and 4, but Project 2 are the one that made the journey. Project 1 did something else that sort of didn't quite fit together. Project 2 started from somewhere ridiculous and made the journey. So by the end of Project 2, Project 3 was ready, in a sense, I think. And maybe, we haven't got a lot of Project 3 to go on, but it seems to me 3 already had the building blocks there and all they needed was Pat Masalotta to come in and be awesome. So anyway, Project 3 and 4 already had it mapped out and 2 is the journey. Maybe that's why there's more of these than any of the others. So track 1, Vector Shift. Cool sounds. I think by now they've moved on from sounding like Baboom. It's more subtle now. Baboom was always very sort of heavy-handed or too sort of world music. Now this is art music or whatever it is. It's something different and weird and ooh, what's that? A bit more subtle. When the space groove starts, when the V drums start, it's clear Agent Blue's got better. Possibly got better patches, so it's better programming as well as better playing. And it's one of those things where, if only they'd have done this more, it could have got in even better. But you can say that about any King Crimson era. It's like, it's finished, can't they carry on doing that? They're doing something else now. And there's never enough. Couldn't they just done that a bit more? And then we could have had this as well, but of course it doesn't work like that. There aren't enough years in history. Some cool Fripp soloing. There's a heavy riff at 5 minutes 16. I'm not familiar with. Let me know if you know what that is. I don't know what that is. So that's cool. Maybe it was a spontaneous riff and it's just lost in time. Track 2. X-chayn-jiZ. Very early Locks Tongues 4 stuff. Yeah, that's what we like. Track 3 is Vector Shift. Scary soundscapes into Vector Shift to Planet Belewbeloid. New and different. Cool marimba stuff. Is it a very early Power to Believe 2? Also known as Virtuous Circle? Possibly? Or maybe I'm reading too much into it, it's just that kind of sound. Track 5, Light Construction. Track 6 is Heavy Construction. Yeah, we like that. And track 7 is The Deception of the Thrush. It's awesome. More to come with this one, obviously. It gets better. It gets even better. Track 8, Sus-tayn-Z. Seems odd that they don't open with it, if indeed this is the full show in order. Seems the obvious opener to me, rather than just more soundscapes. Track 9 is Vector Shift. Really noisy avant-garde stuff. Pretty kind of old school in a sense, and it's traditional avant-garde. That kind of stuff. Track 10, ConstruKction. This time they got the title correct. It is ConstruKction. That's the thing that became the intro to the theme from Into the Frying Pan. The notes going like that. What a tour! What a band! That's the end of that. Never mind. But yeah, great stuff. I think the 2-disc one is the one to get. Actually, Project 2. See you next week for Project 3.